Hi everyone, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I have something to show, and with regards to my Christmas journal, I put it on Facebook the other day that I'm suffering a bit with my back. I have a kidney infection and I thought it was gone, but it's not. So I haven't been sitting here to do anything at all, so I'm very delayed, or delayed in terms of my Christmas journal. But yeah, let's just say it's not playing to suffer with backache, especially when you still have to work during the course of the day. So the only time you get to relax is after work, and that's when I normally do these videos. But anyway, I'm sure it will get better in time, and and thanks everybody for your kind words and your prayers and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it, and I thought I'll just quickly come onto Facebook and just let you know what's happening in my life, because that's the only other, or I can do a community kind of a post. Okay, so nevertheless, I'm here today, and I really do want to finish my work. It's not like I don't, but I gotta also take it easy. So I got this for you today, and it's nothing new. I'm going to do some stuff a little bit differently maybe, but let's just talk about it. This is just a like a policy kind of closure here, and it opens up the and here okay, and then you can I don't know if you can see the whole thing, but yeah, so it opens there and it opens here, and you can I've used some part of the kit to actually make a pocket there. That's one of the tags in the kit. That is one tag that I actually made using a punch. And I've got the same thing here, well, same concept over here. Then I just did a die cut there, and I've got this lovely stamps that I stamped there, and then I just put a gold bow over there for the Christmas tree. And then this opens up like that for you to be able to add your notes in it. And then over here you've also got more journaling space. So I think I did increase the journaling space a bit, if I think about it, at least with this tag and those little ones over there. So the thing that I'm going to do differently is that I'm going to make this wide enough that it covers those two flaps over there. And the reason I didn't make it all in one, firstly, I don't have a big enough page, and secondly, I wanted there to be a contrast between this and those things there. Okay, so that's what it is, and that's one of the tags from the kit over there. Just added some washi over here and here, and I wanted the washi to contrast, not just blend in, hence the black and gold washi thing. Okay, so let's try this out here. That's what we're going to do. I'm just looking at it, and I realized I didn't keep any paper, so let me just get some backing paper, and then we can continue. Alright, so I've got this, and they're all from Amazon, and I'm going to use that. Yeah, so I use these here. They're from Amazon. I think that parts that you get stuck in there, and then what I do is I just take them and I fold them, and yeah, they are torn, whatever, so it's fine. Right, and then what I do is I back sometimes this with it. Now this here is quite thin and I want it to be a pocket, so I'm going to back it. All right, and then I've got some measurements over here. So these two here are 3 3/4 inches wide, and then altogether 4 1/4 inches long, and I did a 1/2 inch, so that's 3 1/2 and a 1/2 inch fold inwards. Okay, so I'm going to cut two pieces, 3 3/4 wide and 4 1/4 high. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do here. And then, oh, this is my backing page. That's what I'm going to use. And please fix that. Oh, there's it. Look at me. And then I'm going to do that, and then we'll move forward from there. Okay, so this is the page I want to use. Kidoki. So I'm going to speed this up right quickly. So I'm scoring here at 1/2 inch, and I'm just making sure that the pattern for both sides are going to be running in the same direction. Okay, and let's do it this way. Let's score properly. So I'm scoring on the 4 1/4 line because I want half there. Okay, so let's see now if our patterns are running in the same direction. Obviously, if you've got what's the word I'm looking for now? If you've got patterns that run that have, I can't get the word, if you got writing or whatever, directional patterns, you'll need to watch that. Okay, All right, so I'm okay over here. I could have scored on this side because then that would make more sense like that, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I didn't, and it's not so bad. The pattern is not so obvious. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and I think I want to round the corners on it because they look a little bit stiff. So I'm using the third one, second one here, like that, and I'm going to round the corners. Right now, what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to add some paper to it to just make it more, you know, like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, stronger. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to add the paper to the fold, okay? I'm just going to add the paper from here, and I could have rounded the corners after I got the paper, put the paper down, but I didn't, so it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do it this way, right, like that. So I'm just going to stick it like that because then it'll be it will take care of the fact that I'm not putting anything there. Okay, and then after I do this, I am going to sew them, right? So I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew around it, but I will let you know because there is one more thing I want to do before I take this to the sewing machine. So I am a huge Amazon fan because we have Amazon now in South Africa, so I'm huge. And I keep all these papers because they are so nice to use. The color is so nice, everything about it is so nice, so why not keep it and use it as your backing? You know, you can even use it as proper pages in your junk journal. You can make a junk journal only of this Amazon packaging. Look at me, I forgot to put over here as well. Right, and my glue, I left it open, you know, and because I haven't crafted for so long, my sticky glue, the stick glue, that it actually is like gone funny, but it is what it is. Right, so I'm done with that now, and I'm gonna leave it to dry for a while before I put it back. And then what I need to do now is I need to measure this here, the inside. I took the cord out. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it right up until there. Okay, so I know it must be 3 3/4, but it needs to be doubled. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so that's too short. It'll work that way, but it's not going to work that way. Can you see? And that since I wanted to cover all this, then I must take a different one now. Okay, and to be honest, I actually don't know whether I have, let's use this. I don't know if it's going to work, if it's 3 3/4 long. Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think it's, oh, okay, it's going to work. It's going to work for the most part. Yeah, it is. It's actually going to work. Okay, so I'm going to do that, right? In the interim, while that is drying, I'm going to do that. And this is not thick, so if you're wondering why I'm not scoring it, it's not too thick. The paper is not too thick. Right, I'm not going, see, I didn't put any sewing on this one, so I'm going to leave this like this, right? And I'm going to only cut it when I actually put these down here, because then I'll know exactly how to cut it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep that to one side, and now I think we should be ready for me to work with. Okay, and then what I did over here is I've already done these where I've cut circles, I think 6, and I put it together because this is packaging as well. And then I just stamped you know, a circle stamp on it that was about the same size, and I've used that, so this needs to go back. All right, and then you'll need some eyelets. Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up as well. So I think you may have noticed that I did make a boo-boo. It was this here. I glued the flap down. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to recover from it, and I am going to take let me see what I've got over here in terms of paper. I mean, I don't even need to match it, but since I've got this, I'll use it. And I'm just going to add another flap over here, okay, like that, and so that I can work with it. I don't know what happened to me, but nevertheless, it happened now. I can't do anything about it, and I'm not going to waste the paper. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to add it here, and I'm safe to do it because remember that what I'm going to do is basically cover this anyway, so you're not really going to see the fact that I made a boo-boo. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. All right, like that, and I'm just going to do that like that. Okay, so that's that. I'm sure you must have been saying to me, what on earth, what on earth, what on earth, what on earth, and yeah, what on earth. So I'm gonna do that like that, okay, just like that. In the end, where's the culprit? Okay, while I'm there, I'm going to just do that to that, because I'm going to now go in also that's why it was like, I felt it was a bit thicker because when I was cutting. All right, so I did that, and I did that. Okay, and even here I'm going to stick it just now. So all I'm going to do here is I am going to add this, because that will tell me when I'm at the sewing machine where I must apply the glue tool. Not the glue, I must do the sewing tool. So I'm just going to add this extra piece over here like this, there, like that. Okay, just like that. All right, so when we do sew now, what we're going to do is that piece looks wonky, yeah, because it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, okay, so what we're going to do, and that is why I put the the distressing there, because I'm going to sew around it like that, like that, like that, and like that. And I'm going to do the same for this one, sew around here, and then I'm going to then distress it so that you don't have to see that. And then I've got a card as well, I mean a tag as well. I'm just going to go and sew around it. So I didn't put anything extra on this because this is 150 or 60 GSM. Okay, so let me go and do that, and then I'll get back to you. All right, so I've done that quickly and I've came back. All right, so the next thing I think we should do before we stick all these in is maybe we should start putting our brads on this. Okay, all right. So if you look at that now, and then if you look at what I did over here, is that um, I've kind of just put the bread in here and I allowed it to show over there. I'm here it got covered because of the pocket, but here it shows, and I'm okay with that. If you want, you can just cut out a circle to be able to remove, like cover that up, but it is what it is. Okay, so because this is quite thick, I am going to use my crocodile to be able to get a, to be able to get this, like to be able to get the circle. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't speak. So I'm just using this here to try and get a center. I'm not too concerned if it's not slap bang in the center. It can be a little bit off, and knowing me, it can be a lot off. So just gonna add these dots here that might help me. Okay, and then I am going to, so I've got that, and then I've started rearranging my room, like totally rearranging my room, because I brought a desk in for my Bible study. Because my Bibles were everywhere downstairs and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to start doing some faith-based YouTube videos. So I needed a place where I could film those faith-based YouTube videos, but I also needed a place where I could access my Bibles easily or whatever. So I got a whole brand new setup for that, and it's working very well. I mean, every morning I try to do my Bible study over there, and it's working out very well so far. I mean, I can't really say because I've only done it for, I put it up yesterday, and I think maybe that's why my back is a bit sore too. But really, I didn't do much of the work. The heavy lifting was done by my sweet helper. So I'm just gonna add that there like that, okay, like that. But you know that before we add it, we need to add it to the card itself, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're now going to add it to the card. And what I did is, I think I did that one such a long time ago, ladies. I meant to do the video a long time ago, but I was not well, so I had to give myself some rest. I can't remember, but I know I used this ruler. I know I did. And what did I do? Oh, greatness. So we know that we want to we know that we needed 3 3/4 in the middle of this, eh? So that much we know. So this is 3 3/4. It doesn't give nice measurements here. 3 1/2, 3, and well, this one is not even saying 3 3/4, huh? Yeah, it's not even saying that. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my normal ruler. The reason why I'm just a bit finicky on it is because you need them to line up, huh? Then you need them to line up. Okay, so let's use this ruler. And then measure. Did I give you wrong measurements? No, it is 3 3/4. That's a weird ruler. Okay, so what is 3 3/4? 3 is 1.5, right? And then so 3/4 is help me. I don't work in inches. 3/4 is 1.5. 1.75 and just a bit more. How's that? 1.75 and just a bit more. I'm gonna go with that. 1.75. So 1.1 3/4, and let's put it there. All right. So I'm gonna put it there. So I'm gonna put it there. All right. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right to the bottom. right to the bottom like that, and I'm going to use 1.75 and then that 1/8 inch there. Right, I think I'm gonna make my hole there. Right, okay, and then I'm going to match it up with this one's hole. So that one must be in that direction, this one must be in this direction over here. So I must take my ruler again. Oh God, where's that ruler? Ah, there's it. Okay, and I must put it here like this, and I must put it at the end because I'm just using the ruler width. Okay, in inches. Let's go for inches. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go for inches, and we are going to make it 1.75 and then there. Okay, so there. This is a highly mathematical method of working this out. Okay, highly. You need like to be actuary to be able to work this out. Okay, so I'm gonna put my dot over there. And I'm going to try it out to make sure that that's working. So that's the top part. Let's say that's the top part. So if I'm putting this in now, I must make sure that, because it's got writing on it, so I must make sure that the writing is in the right direction as well. Okay, so that's gonna go there like that. Okay, where's this now? Oh, come on. Is it gonna work? Yeah, maybe I made them too thick. Maybe this got a very short arm. Okay, it's gonna work. Right, I'm just gonna leave it like this here so that I know the writing is in the right direction. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Okay, so I know that I must just, when I'm doing it, just get the writing right. As you can see, that didn't go to center there. Right, so I just wanted to measure whether there was enough space over there. Then I know I can stamp this one now. Okay, so we got there now. We good with that. Now we're going to set the eyelet. Yeah, so ladies, if I haven't thanked you already, thank you for your comments. Yeah, so it's it. Okay, and thank you for your comments and stuff like that. So that's the top, this is the bottom. I really appreciate it. Don't know, I sound like a broken record, hey? But I have not been wonderfully well this year. Don't know why. I don't know why. And even my medical aid is exhausted because I haven't been fantastically well this year. I had to pay cash. My son went for a root canal today, and I was like, you know what, just pay them cash, because I don't want there to be absolutely no funds in my medical aid. So just pay cash, and yeah, it's okay, it's fine. You know what, we are here. There are some people that, you know, are fighting for their lives, really, and we must be so grateful and thankful, and that we are blessed in that we can wake up every day and see the sun, and walk around and do things that we want to do. So there are other people that are not, you know, they having real issues, real health issues. Right, so this is the bottom one, and I can say that because I can see which way that has turned. Right, so I know I want that. Oh, so this is what I did, man. Yeah, now I know why I used this ruler. Now I understand. I thought I used it for that purpose, but I didn't. So I'm going to set the bottom one first, right? Like that. Okay. Going to set the bottom one like that. I'm going to use the ruler kind of, so sorry, let's work here. I'm going to use the ruler to kind of T-square it there. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I need to set the top one now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. And then I'm going to add this one here. And I'm going to try and match it to this one here, just so that they align. Okay, so kind of like that. And then I know now that no, this is wrong. This is wrong because I was supposed to put it right at the bottom. Now something, I'm just gonna take that out because I thought I measured it completely properly. I'm just gonna put that there and that there. Okay, that's fine. So please don't leave any gaps depending on the size of your page. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right down here. Now I can kind of get away with this. I'll tell you why now, hey? Guess why? Because even though that line is there, remember my other thing is going to come and sit on top of it. So I am okay. Right, so that's gonna be the, okay, then I'm going to use this. I'm going to put it here. I'm just going to use this ruler to just make sure that it's kind of aligned. So and so I must move this a little bit this side. I feel that this was a little bit longer. I don't know why, because I'm sure there was some space on the other one. I'm sure there was. Let me see. Yeah, there was. So these are longer. So I obviously got that measurement wrong. Let me just give you that measurement again. Did I measure it wrong? I did. I'm such a... Not 3 3/4, ladies. 3 1/2 year with a 1/2 inch there. So 3 1/2, not 3 3/4, and then another half. Okay, so quarter up here too much and quarter up here, so I'm 1/2 inch too much. And see, that is that 1/2 inch kind of there. Yeah, that's a 1/2 inch there. You can see. Sorry, ladies. So just let's do, you know, that measurement again. But it doesn't matter. No, you know, I mean, this is not going anywhere. Right, so I've got that there now. Okay. So I've got that there. Because I don't want to take it out, because that means I need to hem it again. I mean, I need to thing it again. So now this is going to go there. I just want to see that it closes. I'm going to trim off a little bit there. And then here, I'm going to trim off as well. So I'm just looking at where that ends. And yeah, I'm going to trim off there and there. And then I'm just going to take out a sliver on each side. Okay. Oh, man. You see, that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't craft for a while. You are like starting from scratch sometimes. Oh, what happened? Yeah, I'm trying to sit so close to this thing and take it out and can't get to it because I'm like on top of it. Right, so I'm going to take out this here, like maybe like a 1/4 inch because it's too long. going to take out a little bit more than a 1/4 inch there. And then I'm going to take out a sliver here because let's keep it in that fold. All right, so there we go. Let's take out a sliver there. There we go. All right, so I just took out a sliver on both sides. All right, and then there we have that. Right, so that's done. And then what I'm going to do over here is that oh, why that fell, gosh, I have no idea. So I think I'm gonna make this big. Use the biggest one. That's weird. It's not like it's so heavy that it must do that. Okay, maybe I just put it at the wrong angle or something. Right, so I've done that. And on this one now, we're going to use it there. Okay, so that's that. And we are done there. And then I think I want to just also just do that there because you know, it's easier to do it when it's freestanding rather than when you add it to the page. And you can ink or you cannot ink. It's all really up to you. And I want to ink the inside. Just want to be able to have some definition. And I'm inking so badly. Like that. So have you started decorating your home for Christmas and stuff like that? So I will do it from this weekend onwards. All right, so we got that right. All right, so we got that. So I bought like Christmas cushion covers, Christmas runners and stuff like that. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to put this in here now. So just be careful when you put it in because you've got a tag, okay? It is coming out in this direction here. Right, so you want to glue on the back. You don't want to glue where the fold is. You want to glue here, here, and here. If you want it as a belly band, you'll just glue on the top, right? But I don't want it as a belly band. So I'm putting my hand where the fold is because I know that that's not the place I should glue. And trust me, even though I say that sometimes I'll glue it. So this is not something new, not at all, but I'm just taking you on the journey with me. And then gonna put it there, just make sure that you don't you know, you don't put it so much to one side, like one top or bottom, because you don't want to mess up your fold. Okay. Right, so that's done. See, it covered it up, so I didn't really have a problem there. Putting that there. I don't think I'm going to put any, like, maybe, oh, what about that? Maybe I should put that there because that, I mean, that is also a nice little, you know, it will go nicely. So maybe I'll do that. But before I do that, let's put our pockets in. Like that. So this is from the kit, if you're wondering. So there's a pocket there. There's a pocket here. On the side. So this one here will cover that yeah, the bread, but I am okay. I'm okay. Right, and then let's put this while those dry. Oopsie doopsie. It's just very green. I'm just taking out some of the green. Well, if it would help if you use the right side. So I'm not gonna ink it too much. Just want that green to come out. Yeah, so I've got so many of this dyes. Imagine if I used all that I have. This will be such a pretty journal full of die cuts. Okay, so I'm gonna do that there. That's cute. Okay, and then I am going to do maybe how about that? Merry Christmas. Like that. I like that. This was such a nice set that I bought, but I can't remember from where I bought it, to be honest. It really had nice stamps in it. Really, really nice stamps. So I'm just putting that there. Like that. Right, so that's done. And then we've got some of these that we're going to add here, and maybe that there, and then here we've got one of this. I just made these, as I mentioned, and one of that. Okay, and then we're just going to close it. You can add for example, you can add a you know, the washi, you can add the washi there if you want to. You don't have to add the washi there, it's up to you. So I'm just going to steal this one for now because it came out from the other one, and I'm just going to add it here like this. Come on. I know they are nice and strong, these ones here. All right, so I don't normally always, I don't tie them in all the time. Like, if you'll see, this is going to be long. It's going to be long because those things are closer together. So let's just cut and die right piece then. Gonna just make it much shorter. Let's cut it all maybe there. Yeah, and we'll use the long one for that. Okay, so that's it. Nothing fancy. I don't know. I might so what I like is I have this. I'm going to show it to you, and I might add it. Yeah. So where's that? I don't know where I left it. I don't know where I left it. I don't know where's all my ties. They're somewhere here, but I don't know. But it is a set of houses. So I was thinking about making a set of houses there and making a set of houses here from the dies. Oh, there's it. See? Maybe a set of houses there and a set of houses there for the die, and then putting it so instead of using washi, I'll just use these houses that I'll cut out. So I think I'll do that, and then I'll show you the final pictures of it. But yeah, so this is it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and that you're going to make something similar. And yeah, so sorry for the boo-boos in terms of the measurement, as well as that boo-boo there, if you're following along. But yeah, you know, that's it. I think I'll do that. That will look really nice. Maybe in yellow or something. Mustard. I'm gonna do that. Thanks, ladies, so much for bearing with me and watching my video. And I do hope to come back really soon with another one and stuff like that. To be able to finish off this journal. I don't think I'm gonna decorate it that much, so I should be able to finish it pretty soon. So take care. Lots of love from me, Santini at Sunny Creates, and I wish you a blessed week ahead. If I can get to you during the course of this week, I will with another video for this Christmas journal. Bye bye.